This is the story of the AGF Paradise as they sanguinely explore the stars in search of the destiny thrust upon them by those who sought to obtain calamity itself. This is Children.
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 Of the Spine.
Hello, and welcome back to the Sector, everybody. I'm your GM, Jonathan, and I have with me Kylie.
Astrid is the queen of taking a nap, but she might wake up soon? Question mark?
Maybe, hopefully. Now we'll go to Luis.
Mohan, is it just you guys that are asleep? Or is the whole crew?
I'm pretty sure it's everybody but you.
Excellent.
Oh,
Why
no.
you?
And Laura.
Yeah, now that Mohan is the only one awake, maybe he can win a race.
Oh, burn.
Can I? Does that count? If I line people up in the hallway and I'm like, haha, let's race, guys. Everyone's dead on the floor.
I mean,
I'm not going to not allow it.
You were the first one awake.
there you go. That was a race you won. There you go.
I'm going to check that off.
You're welcome.
Mohan won a race. He woke
Finally
up
won
before
a race.
everybody.
I know if I tried to do that race, I would just roll a 1 and then die. Like trip over a body, impale myself. And thanks to Wowbit for the use of our ending theme. Another day.
Mohan dies, so does everyone else.
Apparently, yeah, because he was the only one awake. And then Trixie just implodes.
Okay, so last time on Children of the Spine, we had a flashback, a memory dream sequence where our players were experiencing the lives of different Terrans and the whole of the Terran Empire throughout its span in history, watching it go from being a fairly benevolent to a completely corrupting and peace through unity hell monster just taking over and colonizing the galaxy, where it eventually led to the Great Dragon Hunt, where they decided that their gift of psychic ability that they have used so fruitfully throughout their many millennia was not enough, and it was time to take that power for themselves from those who gifted it to them. After we see the crew of the A-Team, our group
I forgot
of
that's what we called ourselves.
Macho Man Randy Savage type people, Rambos and Predator handshaking evildoers kill the first of the dragons in the dragon hunt, we zoom through and see the result of that dragon hunt, where it eventually ends with one remaining dragon, Zugultha Ayatengan, the gift giver of Terra itself, being hunted by Terran ships, and an explosion happening in the distance that coincides with what they learned on Tates while they were with the Kalima and first discovered Mother Doria. And after that explosion, we see Mohan wake up in the paradise as Trixie and Kremlin are screaming and trying to get him awake, and that's where we are now. So Mohan, your eyes open fairly groggily, and you see Kremlin rush over to where you are, and you are hooked up to all of these machines, and you see that the flesh from the tubes that you've collected is like trying to spread out inside the ship.
Gross.
And the windows on the bridge are just completely covered in the flesh of the Terran. As you hear all of the systems just screaming in the paradise that they're down, and Trixie is trying to yell to you, but it's all very muffled until it finally clears up and you groggily open your eyes to Trixie just yelling,
"Finally, you are awake. It is dire. Everything's broken, Captain. We need to get out of here, or I will die too.
Man, that was a great nap.
Everyone's dead, Captain. Everyone's dead. We are trying to resurrect them, but it is tough controlling Kremlin.
Wait, hold on. Everyone's dead?
Yes, we had to resurrect you.
Oh my god, I'm a zombie?
Well, not quite. You never truly died. I did have to take and mend you with some of my nanobots, though.
Oh.
Oh, come on. I was
Okay.
going to hate this.
Okay. Am I able to communicate with the hive mind if I have these nanobots inside me? Are we linked?
The hive mind is gone.
Oh,
I've never felt more alone. Save us, Captain.
Oh, this isn't what I wanted to wake up to.
It is not what I wanted to live through for the past week either.
Oh, wait, we've been dead for a week?
It has been hell, literally.
Okay, I'm going to the bridge. So I get up, rip everything out. No, I don't.
You're having like a hard time like walking as your like legs are trying to reacclimate to being
Functioning.
existent again.
Yeah.
And as you're like starting to walk, you are noticing that the flesh kind of reaches out slowly to you from this like spider web that has grown inside of the paradise.
Kremlin? Where's Kremlin? Kremlin, get the main crew and bring them to the bridge. They're what? They're dead? They're gone?
Kremlin cannot bring you them. They are in stasis or they will die.
Oh, okay. They're like
We need different sections of the ship repaired before we can get them back. It took everything we had to bring you back.
First thing I want to do then is notice what the most important thing to fix is. Excellent. 8 plus 2 is 10.
I take note.
Oh no.
So you notice what the most important thing is, and as you're looking around, you yell out to Trixie and ask her, and she's like,
Yo, we need to get life support back now.
and you notice like as she like yells that out to you, you're like, oh, it's not just me still being like groggy from waking up. There is very little oxygen left in the paradise.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to... What is my int? I have an int of 1. I have a fix 1. So I should be okay to do this. No, I'm nervous. I don't want to fail. All right, let's fix the life support systems. Kremlin doesn't know anything about anything. Trixie can probably... Nah, Trixie's doing a lot.
I am doing quite a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's try and fix this thing. I have a wrench and a meta tool. And
Oh,
I can
and a
reroll
one.
once per scene. Yeah. That's a little bit better. 7, 8, 9.
At least the part of the life support that you are able to crank back on is the oxygen. So there's still like missing water, missing food replication, like missing medicine, all of this stuff. You might need someone more particular for those skills to get those up and running.
Yeah.
But at the bare minimum, you are able to reconnect the oxygen so that everyone has more time to survive.
Okay. Trixie, can you contain the flesh mass that's inside the ship that's expanding like a web?
I cannot. I am doing everything I can to contain the flash mass from getting in.
Am I able to touch that? Do you have gloves?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Can Kremlin? No, I wouldn't want Kremlin to touch it either.
Kremlin can. You've seen Kremlin touch the tendrils before.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was fine when we at the portal. Kremlin, scoop up all this nonsense. Why would you let the ship get this dirty? Put it in a box.
Kremlin goes to grabbing it. You see Kremlin just immediately get tied up in the web, and then he has to like very slowly rip off pieces of it because he is trapped as it tries to like infiltrate his body.
Good.
Jesus.
It's almost like it succeeds because he's so like busted up that it just kind of like crawls straight through him, but he just like yanks it out. There's nothing really for it to like grab onto.
Yeah, to grab. Okay,
but
cool.
Kremlin like immediately gets caught up as if he's like a duster.
Good job, Kremlin. Okay, we have oxygen, and Kremlin cleaned up the guy.
The guy?
The Terran.
Currently cleaning.
Currently cleaning the
Trying.
Terran. I need... Who would be the... I need to resuscitate Wautaka.
That seems like a good first choice.
Yeah, he's down in the engine room.
I'm in the engine room now.
You get to the engine room and you see that the spike core has like totally fallen off of its axis and position. It's just on the ground, kind of sputtering. The way the spike cores sputter, it's almost like this energy is just kind of lashing out, and there is a chance that you could get hit by some of this while you make your way to Wautaka, who Trixie has kind of pulled up with her nanotech like onto a wall so that he's away from this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, up to you what you do with that.
Okay. I am going to... I have a 0 in heal, 3 in talk. I can't do anything with that. I don't have exert. I only have perform. I am going to...
You just start twerking in the engine room.
You're going to twerk him into consciousness.
Wake up. No, I'm gonna have to go over to him. He's knocked out, right?
Oh yeah.
So the
Maybe-
Lazarus patch will stabilize him.
Yeah,
and heal him?
Everyone here is like barely stabilized. Trixie's doing like 100 jobs right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Lazarus Patch might be a good place to start. And then, I mean...
I have heals, so I can apply it
do?
to him. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I'm gonna run over to Waotaka and throw a Lazarus patch on
All
him.
right, well, I'm going to make an attack on you.
Oh.
Okay.
And does a 15 hit.
That is my armor class.
Then it
So
does
make
hit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Please don't hurt me.
I saw you pick up
There
the
we
1D100, and I was like,
No, that's just 2 damage. You like barely get glanced by it as you go
Yeah.
by. Ouch! And you get up to where Waotaka is. Trixie starts lowering him down closer to where you can reach.
Okay. How do you apply Lazarus patches?
You just roll in teal.
5.
well, that's how much you heal, I think.
No, you have to
Oh, you have
beat
to-
a 7.
Oh.
So that one fails. Do you have another one?
How many? I have for some reason 0.33
Oh.
Lazarus patches.
That means you only had 1 because you can hold 3 in a pack.
But I look into his pockets, and does he have any more?
No, but I mean, like your ship does have a med bay.
I'll have to drag him over to the med bay.
Fireman carry. Don't drag him, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
gonna
He's
bring him.
He's a space captain bard. He might not be strong at all. He could be twiggy.
I don't have any.
Yeah, but if you
I have
fireman
8.
carry, like you can carry people like twice your size.
I have 8 strength. Yeah,
Yeah, that is bad, actually. Okay, I stand
9
corrected.
dex.
You suck.
I can only talk.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
drag Waotaka.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go through the energy blasts again.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna use Waotaka. No, I shouldn't.
Do not use him as a shield.
And a 13 does not hit you, so you make it through.
I take him to the med bay.
So you get to the med bay, and the doors are broken. They won't open.
I hit the manual lock, and Kremlin, come over here and open these. They're jammed, but this thing makes it so that I can open them manually.
So Kremlin's going to come down, and he's going to roll. He gets a +1 whenever he does skill checks that are with you.
Yeah.
So he has a +4.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll 2d6?
Yeah.
Beep. 6 + 4, 10. He opens it gently, and no damage is done to the door. It was just.
Oh
stuck
no!
outside.
Kremlin gets right up in front of that door and just goes, and just assumes like a sumo stance and just puts his hands together in like a praying motion and just like spears them into the door and then just opens to the side.
Thanks, Kremlin. I give him a carrot. I just have-
You
It just
see
like
the
falls
little,
out him.
I say you see the little pieces just like ping-ponging down his insides.
Yep.
Okay, I need to save this gosh darn guy's life.
Yep. So you get in there and you're in the med bay. There's plenty of Lazarus patches. You can try again.
Yeah. 5, 6.
That is a failure still.
I thought. Oh, I need 7.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Aha, 11. Wake up, man! Slap!
What happened?
There's way too much to tell you, but basically, the Terran is taking over the entire ship. Everyone is dead, and we need to reanimate them all.
What do you need me to do?
Hey, Trixie,
Yes, Captain, I'm getting rather impatient.
what's the next thing? Wait, I got the scientist alive.
Everything is broken. You fix the oxygen, that's it.
Yeah, you're right.
She's so judgy.
Let's fix the engines so that we can put up our defenses, so that Trixie's not struggling as much.
I'm going to need to take Kremlin to be able to do that. I know that right before we all died, that everything went to shit in the engine room, so I'm going to need some muscle.
Would it help me to go there, or should I take care of something else?
Extra hands are always helpful.
We don't have time for that. Everything must come online.
And you hear the paradise just like groan.
Okay, all right. I'm sending Waotaka back to the engine room, and I am going to go to the bathroom. You did think.
Take a fat shit before you die.
I'm just thinking. I'm going to go back to the room where everyone is dead, and there's got to be
People are scattered out throughout where they would normally be stationed on the ship when this happened.
Right.
So, like, Trixie didn't move anyone. She just kind of...
Like, some people got
Stabilized.
moved to areas where they're less likely to be harmed,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Yeah.
She didn't, like, tuck us all into bed or anything.
Right.
Right,
So,
right,
like,
right.
Astrid is probably still in the mech bays because Astrid was picked up from
Oh, yeah.
outside. Like, Astrid and Rasmus are by the mech bays because it was not long after you guys got pulled back in.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna run over to the cargo bay.
Cargo space.
Is that where they are? No, I'm gonna get my mech.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it in my mech because we have giant hallways, and mine's little.
Your little pill-shaped
My little
mech.
pill minion mech.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scoop up Rasmus, Astrid.
Kamala would have been in her ops room, the comms room.
That's probably near the bridge.
Probably near the
Yeah.
bridge, yep.
I'm gonna just grab them all: Kamala, Kay, Hyacinth, and Rasmus. Everyone, and I'm gonna put them all in the med bay.
Okay, Hyacinth would have been she was in the gunnery area. I think she was doing gunner stuff while Rasmus was out.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Do you need me to roll anything or no?
All of these rooms are locked.
I'm in my mech, so I'm
you're in your
punching
mech.
through.
You're just going to punch through them?
Yeah, I'm punching through. Oh crap! I dropped a dice.
Okay, so Astrid and Rasmus are in the same area, so that's one punch through. Like, I'm going to say you can just do it, but it's an action.
Yeah.
So you get those two. Kamala is in her own room, and Hyacinth is in her own room. I'm not telling you anything about this other than I have 10 tick marks on my sheet.
Okay.
I'm afraid. I'm scared.
They're all in the med bay now, right?
Yeah.
Let's Lazarus. No, my mech is a healer.
It is.
Hey!
Boop.
The other thing is that if you bring me up, I can also heal so that his tick marks on you maybe aren't quite as prolific.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actions in general or actions you take.
But my mech has the like the bots that all heal like Lazarus patches. So I can heal everyone right now in one action.
Nice.
I think it technically just stabilizes, but I've been saying anything that just stabilizes does 1d6.
Should I roll for everyone individually? Or
No, because
just all?
I think your field med unit is like a swarm
Yeah, it's
that
like a
goes
swarm.
out. So
Okay.
it's a singular action.
When the mech pilot spends a round guiding the med drones, he provides trauma care equivalent to a Lazarus patch for up to 20 downed allies within a 200-meter radius, using his own int heal for the skill check.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Just wanted to jump in quick to invite you all to join our Discord community. If you want to hang out with us and other fans, go to bit.ly/failedcrits. That's bit.ly/failedcrits, all lowercase. You can also find the normal discord.gg link in all of our show notes. Looking forward to seeing some of you there. And now, back to the show.
Okay, so up to 20 people, you'll get the main crew up, but there are a lot more than 20 people on the ship.
Right. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 beats it.
Yeah.
So now you can do the 1d6 heal on everybody.
Woohoo!
4.
So everyone comes back up with 4.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Wake up, everyone. We're dying. We're all going to die.
Oh, bestie, I thought I would never see you again when the life was in the hands of the captain.
Wow, so that's what it feels like to be on the receiving end of healing. I don't like it. Oh, Trixie, I'm so glad to see you.
I'm so glad you're back, bestie. I've been so alone.
Oh no! I can't believe we're alive, to be honest.
I think I should get more credit.
We may not be alive for much longer.
Captain, what do
Oh,
we
God.
do?
We need to fix everything. Everything is broken. Wautaka is fixing the engine room right now. We need to go to the... Yeah, let's go to the bay and figure out exactly what needs to get fixed.
Captain, I can probably heal the ship shields in my comm station.
Go do that, come on.
I'm running.
Okay,
I'm here, Captain. What do you need?
go to the pilot
Yep.
seat. Try and get the systems online from there while Wautaka does his stuff. Maybe there's some spurt of juice somewhere. Or just at least prep everything so that we're ready to
Yeah,
go.
I'll prep for manual flight instead of spike drill, and Kay runs off.
Astrid, I think me
Do
and
you want me to go around and see if I can heal the other ship crews?
Yeah, if you could focus on mechanics and I'll focus on basically everyone, like the general Gen Pop. But like we need mechanics so that they can help Wautaka. And
Okay.
then actually, I'll focus on anybody that has like gunnery or fix stuff. So, like, basically anybody who's, like, essential to keeping the ship going and then fixing them.
And who is Astrid going for?
Mechanic?
Mechanics.
That's the same thing as fix.
Gosh darn it.
Nah.
How do we save everyone? I'm going to leave it up to
Well,
you.
why don't we...
Great, Captain.
Why don't
I mean,
we-
like, you can do what you want.
Why don't we do them in groups of 20 so you can deploy your nanobots?
Yes. Good idea.
Are you saying Mohan's going to do Gen Pop because he can do more and you're going to do targeted people?
Yes.
Yeah? Would that
sounds
work?
good. I'm just going to do, like, everybody that I come across, Astrid will focus on people that Trixie is designating as VIP for keeping the ship going.
Oh, I get to choose VIP. How lovely.
You would know. You've been here for a week.
All right, Trixie, whoever's going to be the most useful to us immediately.
Me.
I think it's time to get the other captains up.
Probably a good idea. All right, I'll go
Let
get the
them
other
handle their
captains.
ships.
Yeah. I'm fixing all of their crew.
Let's go to Kamala first. So you get to the comm station and there's just a big hole in your comms door
Fun.
from the mech.
Tight. Cool. Okay. I run to the computers and I start powering everything on, and I'm just going to see if I can overload the shields to give like the outer, because we're pressed in from the mass. It's trying to break the ship.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and like overload the shield so that it gives it like a zap, so that we can get like a little breathing room, and then keep the shields on.
I go for a program.
Yeah, because like we can get everyone up, but if we don't have a ship to put them in, we're all dead. Oh, hell yeah. That is 14.
14 is definitely going to do it. So, Kamala, you sit down and you start turning on different systems, and you see that other systems are coming online as Waotaka is working on the spike drill and Kay is working on the regular engine. So, you're seeing from your command desk different parts of the ships lighting up. You see the oxygen that Mohan put back on. So, you've got a pretty good array of everything that's going on technologically with the ship. And you see that there is still like a reserve of spike drill fuel that you can utilize to overcharge the shields so that you can get it up faster rather than just, turning on your shields.
Get
So
it up
you
faster.
you reroute some of the spike drive power to the shields and you turn it on. And anyone who's near a window, I don't know if your comms area has windows or just screens, but anyone who's near a window just sees the flesh mask almost cauterizes and like wriggles away as the shield pops up and gives you a few inches of breathing room. And you just
Nice.
hear a
Oh, what a relief to have that off my shoulders.
Good job, Kamala.
Captain, we have a excess of reserve fuel that we can use for spike driving.
I like spark drive. Let's do that.
well, you have just used the last of the reserve to do that
Oh.
overdrive.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Can we fuel scoop it?
From the flesh mask. Yeah, sure. I'm sure there's a sun in here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure I see a sun anywhere.
Darn.
I will focus on getting the other systems up and running.
Make sure the shield stays. That's like priority number one. I think also if there's any way that we can divert energy to the engines for one big send-off, I don't know, whatever your doohickey technology stuff is.
Yes, Captain.
Cool.
Let's move over to Astrid. Are you getting up the rest of Gen Pop on the Paradise, or are you following Astrid and you're getting Gen Pop on the other ships while she gets the cap?
Yes. So she'll get each captain that she goes to. I'll just roll for Gen Pop.
So you two are running together,
Okay.
and Astrid, you get to one of the ship bays. So the ship bays are all aligned in this one big hallway, like on the outside of your cargo area, because that's where the ships all kind of dock and connect. That's where everyone comes in if they need to come to the Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that there are two doors that are completely sealed by the flesh mass sample that you guys took.
Fuck.
Oh, frick.
I'm going to need you
Um,
to roll a d8 to find out which two ships are affected by this.
I got a 2.
I got an 8.
The Paramore in the Metamorphosis are blocked off by the flesh mass.
Okay.
So the other doors look accessible, although they're not like online. As you see, like some of the doors start popping on as Kamala's doing other work now.
Mhm.
You see that some of the doors start coming online, but it's not in a particular order. Kamala just has a lot to be doing. And you see that like in the middle of this cargo area, which is close to where the mech bays are as well, you see the original broken vials that the flesh mass is kind of spreading from.
Fun. Mohan, we should probably start with the doors that are now open so that we don't have to waste time smashing through them. The ones that Kamala got open already, and start there and then smash our way through and then figure out how to deal with this flesh mess. Maybe once we have other groups up and running, they can help.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The ones that are not currently sealed off by the flesh mass are the Harbinger, the Edda, the Relentless, and Zugaltha's Wrath.
Okay, I want to go for the Edda first.
Yeah, because that has a skull on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yell up to Kamala to unlock the door. She does. You guys get in and roll your heal on Eskel.
A 2 plus 6, so 8.
What's going on, Astrid?
We're inside the flesh mass. It's a very long story, but we need to
We saw the whole thing too.
Okay, we need to get each crew up and running, and the Metamorphosis and the Paramour are both blocked off by parts of the flesh mass, the Terran, that have broken out of the test tubes from when we collected them. Once we get the other crews up and moving, we're going to need to all work together to try and break in there and free that.
Okay, good. I'll see who I can get up here. And then Mohan, roll your heal for his crew.
7.
That's what you got to beat.
Woo! I'm not rolling too well.
Yeah, and then roll your 1d6.
2.
There you go. Everybody's up. They obviously have a medic on their staff too, so they'll go around fixing there.
No! All right, so let's do Zugaltha's Wrath next.
Do we want to go back to Kamala? Is there anything specific you want to do otherwise?
I wanted to get the other systems you mentioned up that were not oxygen, like the water.
Yep,
I
water
wanna-
and food.
Oh, yeah,
We're gonna need
that
water.
would be good.
Yep.
To heal for that. So I want to try and get the water and food systems up.
Yeah, and I'll give you a +1 to the water and food system as Halashiel will come over and help.
Babe.
I need my fridge back and running.
Oh, hell yeah. Hot dice today.
At least someone does.
15. 16.
Yeah, that'll do it.
with
So
the
you and
+1.
Halashiel get to work bringing up the rest of the life support systems.
Bravo.
We high five.
Don't like the tick marks he's making. They're making me really fucking nervous.
Now you guys are going over to Zugaltha's Wrath.
Actually, you know what? Let's do the Relentless next, because that's another children who are now adults group.
So is it, all of them are? Oh, wait, no. Zugaltha's Wrath is one of Doria's groups.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only other two groups other than Eskel are the Relentless and the Paramour that are children groups. So I was thinking we should do the Relentless next, because that's another children group.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for the captain of the Relentless. What's his name?
Her name is Anzela Medvid.
All right. Let's go. 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 6. 16! I did much better that time.
Yeah, they come back to life. Who needs help now?
Everybody else.
Okay, should we just deal with our ship?
Yes, deal with your ship.
Where do we come after?
Out into the center docking area, because the Paramour and the Metamorphosis have both been basically locked off by the flesh mass. So that's once we have every other group up and functioning again, we're going to work together to try and break through that.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's
All
go.
Can I reroll once per scene?
Dean.
3.
Okay, so that one doesn't work. And Anzela just goes and starts reviving her. Oh, she revives Plural. Plural is their medic. If we haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yay.
We haven't heard that name in a while.
Hey, this is terrifying. Do you guys have any tools on the Paradise that I can use? I think we're going to have a hard time getting through our ship.
Yeah, like what do you need?
Just med bay. Do you have access to your med bay?
Yes.
All right, I'll go and get that. Oh, boy. And he runs off, and he's going to go to the med bay to try and slowly heal his people back up.
Okay, cool.
And as you guys leave the Relentless, I'm going to need you to give me another D8 roll.
8. At least my D8 rolls good.
Well, this isn't a good thing. So the Harbinger's door is now sealed off by the flesh mass.
Great.
It's growing really fast.
It is. I don't like this.
Is it allergic to fire?
Do you really want to try and set the ship on fire to see what happens? That seems like a bad idea.
Okay.
At least until the water's back on and we can put it out.
Oh, yeah. Is the water back up?
Yes. I have an idea.
What is it? What's your idea?
I can hack the other ships and turn their shields on.
Oh!
Do that. That's a good plan. At least the ones that are being consumed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones that are in the most need.
Danger.
In peril.
Would you like me to eject them from the pod so that they don't burn us with their shields?
Eject them from the pod.
They are currently docked on the Paradise. If their shields go up, they will burn their docking port.
That will mess with our structural integrity, so let's eject them.
Wouldn't that send them into the Terran?
Well, I mean, if we don't eject them, the shields can literally create a hole in our ship for the Terran to come through.
But if we do eject them, what
It'll-
happens?
The
to
Terran
them?
will be closer to their own flesh that's covering the hole.
If they were ejected, wouldn't like a door shut or something? Or I don't know how.
Only
it
if it
works.
actually like had space to move out of the hole.
This wasn't supposed to be that crazy. This is just supposed to be like they can't be attached to the ship when you do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
let's do
okay.
it. I think let's eject it, and since I can like control the ejection, I probably can just like shut the doors or whatever.
Yeah, they're already shut. You just have to disconnect the ship so that it can.
Disconnect.
There you go.
Big red button.
Shoot them
Give me-
shoot them as far as you can.
Give me a program.
Want them to stay close, but not attached to us. 13.
13 will do it.
And then they float away into the Terran and die.
No.
Each one will need a roll.
Okay, and I can do them all right now.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Damn, girl.
14.
Fire.
No, the whole point is no fire.
12.
Complete successes all around.
Damn, these pink dice
Must be
are
freaking nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can barely roll over it.
So you guys, you program them to disconnect just briefly, and you do see that as soon as they disconnect and they kind of fade outside of the Paradise's overcharged shield a little bit, you see that the flesh mass like immediately starts trying to pull them into itself when you set off the program that overcharges their spike drives so that their shields come out and cauterize the area of the flesh mass. And you are able to redock them, but you'll have to do like a spacewalk type thing because they are none of their captains are awake because they've been sealed off.
So they're not they're redocked.
They're not connected, they're not redocked, but they are safe within their own shield bubble. And they are very close to the Paradise, so they're like everything is within, but their captains, their whole crew is unconscious.
Interesting. Okay.
I wonder if I can send my nanobots, my swarm healers, into their ship. Let's find out.
They're drones.
Yeah. Let's see if I can heal them remotely. Please, God. Oh, yay! 11.
Nice, that beats it. So that's for one of them.
Oh, man.
snake eyes.
Jesus.
That's my third one.
So I need a D4 roll.
It's a 1.
A 1.
You...
I don't like the way you just laughed.
It was something that I just decided before you rolled, and then you rolled a 1. The flesh mass that is growing in your cargo hold lashes out and grabs onto the arms of the minion. And I'm going to roll an attack.
Darn it.
That is a 14.
15 AC.
Oh, so it doesn't do anything. So the flesh mass in the cargo area reels out, and you hear this like ungodly scream of millions as it reaches toward you, and it whips at your elbow joints to try and pull your arms back, and you just kind of shake it off as you recall your drones from that second ship.
Yeah. I healed one. One didn't work. I'm going to move on.
One has not been attempted yet.
Yeah, I'm going to move on to the unattempted one. But before that, I need Eskel. Are they done healing? Eskel, are you done healing everyone?
Yeah, we're good.
See if you can contain the flesh mass somehow. You figure that out.
Yep, we'll figure it out. And Eskel's crew gets out there with guns and containment activity, and just they're trying to suppress it as you just see just blood and flesh chunks just flying as they are all like in a line facing away from where you guys are trying to work and save the rest of the crew, as they're just trying to burn it, they're trying to shock it, they're trying to shoot it, and they're just trying to keep its parts reduced.
Good. That's what you get for trying to rip off my arms. Heal. Other ship. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 is a success.
Ooh. All right, so you got 2 of the ships.
2 of the ships.
Do you want to go back for the one that we've messed up?
And I have to do an 8 on that one, right?
Yep.
That's a 5.
That ain't it.
Now it's a 9.
Hey, Astrid,
Yeah.
can't you do something?
Can you do anything?
This is one of the disconnected ships, just FYI.
Are you able to psychically heal them from far away? Or do you have to touch
Are they within 100 meters?
Yes.
Then healing reaches 100 meters in line of sight?
So you can try and get whoever the pilot is and hope that they can do stuff.
Yeah, because they're probably like at their thingy, right? So like I can probably see the pilot and pray. All right, I'm going to do this.
And the medic. Wow, why are they in
Oh my god, they're making out in the bed.
Oh my
in the
God.
chair.
Ew, gross.
Their pants are off.
Okay.
Trixie, why'd you position them that way?
So I'm going to use my 1 effort per scene to do that. So 2d6 plus 6. Well, that's 3 plus 6 is a 9. So 9 for the pilot of,
The metamorphosis.
I guess. Yeah.
That is Igor Letitia.
All right, Igor. Do you have any Lazarus patches on board your ship?
Yeah, we have a med bay. I can get to it.
Then yes, you're going to need to revive the rest of your crew.
What else is going on?
Bad. Just bad. Once you've gotten the rest of your crew up, bring your shields up. Wait, no, they're already up.
We're disconnected. What's going on?
Really long story short, you had to be disconnected so that we could get your shields up so the flesh mass wouldn't eat you. Short story short, you can come back now.
Okay, I'll try and get people up in the who are in the bridge right now, and then we'll see if we can redock.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good plan. Cool. Bye. Okay, so they're essentially taken care of, so he'll get them up. So we've gotten the Edda, the Metamorphosis, the Relentless, the Paramour, and the Harbinger, right? So just the only one left is Zugaltha's Wrath, and then our sad, lonely, empty lock.
For the Fearless Camel.
Yeah.
So Zugaltha's Wrath's the only one. Kamala, are you able to see what is is the flesh mass anywhere else besides the bay?
In the ship?
Yeah, are you able to see like if it's affecting anything else right now?
Let me check the cameras.
I think it would just be notice.
Yeah, because I'm like looking across all the screens. 8.
You notice as you're looking across all the screens that there is damage on the outside of the ship that leads into the luxury quarters.
Nar, one big bed!
Oh, no.
Captain, there is some serious damage in the luxury quarters.
Okay, the only thing we have in there is like the gold toilets and stuff, right?
It's your bedrooms.
It's where we live. We should try to at least get all of the flesh out of the ship.
Yeah. Okay. See if you're able to do something with that.
I can't. I'm... What? I can turn the, sprinklers on. I don't know.
Gatha, do you need me to go check it out?
Yeah, Rasmus should
Can you
probably-
clean it up?
Get the guy with the gun.
Yeah.
The guy with the mop.
He's not a janitor.
Not a janitor. I'm too tired to fight this right now.
Go clean it up.
Gonna go
Rasmus.
limp over. Astrid, do you think I could get an extra heal or some shit?
Yes, I'll give him another psychic sucker. I don't need all 3 of these. It's 5 plus 6.
11. Oh, that's okay. I'm feeling better.
Okay.
I guess wish me luck, everybody.
I was gonna say, should he take some of the, maybe a couple of people from the Relentless with him so that they can,
Yes.
it's not just him.
Also, Rasmus, stay on the comms to let me know if you notice any weapon or attack that does the most damage or that the flesh mass is afraid of. We need to take notes as to what is actually working.
All right, head on a swivel.
Yeah, go and mop them up.
Just call me the cleaner.
So we just need to bring up Zugaltha's Wrath.
Let's do that, and then we'll check on Wautaka, see how the engines are doing.
Okay. 13. So
13
that's
days.
for the captain of the Zugaltha's Wrath.
So that is Gobnut Amon.
God.
You guys named him.
I know.
Gobnut Amon comes to and is like, are we there? Are we with Zugaltha yet?
What?
Psychically, I say to you, Mohan, we should maybe keep the fact that we're inside the flesh mask on the DL, just because I might worry that they might decide to abandon and just live inside the flesh mask or something.
Who? Any of them?
Zugaltha's Wrath. They just asked if we're one with Zugaltha yet.
Yeah.
We're inside the Terran, which is the opposite of. I would
Let's-
worry that they might make a really bad decision.
I mean, they can just look out the window.
Oh,
They're
that's
gonna
true.
see-
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. It was a thought.
No. I need
What's
you.
happening?
The Terran absorbed us, and we've all been dead for a week.
Zugaltha, Christ.
Beef Jesus.
Are you able? Do you have anything Zugaltha related?
We have our tracking material that Mother Doria gave us.
We really need any little bit of Zugaltha that you got to handle this situation. So redock, and we need a
They were
brainstorm.
never undocked.
And then get inside.
We'll come right in.
Oh yeah.
Can you get the rest of my crew up?
Can we?
That's your job.
I don't know.
Little boy.
Let's see.
That was the
6.
longest spin of a D6 ever.
I rolled a 6.
That didn't work.
Oh, no.
Aren't there other? Why am I bad at this? I guess we'll just try again, right?
Yeah.
I really need this.
Now it's an 8 that you need to get.
8.
Eight.
There
Yay.
you go.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh,
finally.
God.
I have literally rolled a 1 every
Every
single
time.
roll.
Yeah.
Try
Yeah.
a different dice. Dice.
All right.
No. Those are his
So-
Mohan dice.
So get the folks from Zugaltha's Wrath out of their ship, because if the flesh mass does decide to try and take it after we've done our 5 actions, we don't want them on it again and trapped on the other side.
No, that's what they're doing. They're all getting into the ship right now.
So they can also help Eskel's group
Yeah.
fight. This is my I'm fighting the flesh mass movement.
Did
like
Mother
punching
Doria
air.
give you any notes about the Terran? What is their weakness?
We just know that the Terran is the enemy of Zugaltha.
Anybody can figure that out.
Well, we all had to go through a crazy psychic trip to figure that out.
So did we. Like,
Yeah,
ages
everyone
ago.
did. We just did. We're the only ones who really know this. There's always just been an assumption.
Dang it. I thought you guys had like.
No, she learned about it on takes at the same time that you did. That's
know
why
what?
she followed you.
Where's your holy book?
We haven't been able to recover one.
That's probably because there was never one to begin with.
There
No,
is. Yeah.
Mother Doria had one, and it did not last much longer with any handling.
Yeah.
It fell apart. They can only be found in these very old temples that are scattered across the different planets. There's not many of them.
You mean I pulled the book out of the bag that we found on that the planet where we did the corpse digging thing?
Did you ever take that book? Pretty sure you just flipped through it.
Damn it. We touched one once. No, it disintegrated.
Did it?
I think it did.
Yeah.
Because I remember that's where we
remember
got
that.
the word Zugaltha from.
Yes, yeah, but then like we tried to handle it
Yeah,
and it like
you're right.
fell
It
apart.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we only have Mother Doria's word to go on what was in the book.
It
Well,
just
that
said
seems like a really shitty craftsmanship.
no, it's just been a long
To survive thousands of years.
time. Yeah.
Hush.
We can debate this later.
Yes. Okay, regardless, that's the flesh mass and you're fighting it now. Yeah. We need everyone. Everyone's fighting the flesh mass. Kamala, you're making sure we're not getting exploded. We have our shields up. Engine. How's the engine doing?
Hello, yes. Kremlin and I have almost gantryed this thing back into place.
What capabilities are we going to have when they're back online?
It looks like our fuel reserves are near empty. We will have, maybe we can scavenge the core from your mechs, maybe we can siphon a bit off of Kremlin, but we are in very dire straits for fuel.
Can we take the fuel from all the docked ships?
They may have some spike drive fuel, yes, but they do rely on us for travel.
Right, yeah. So if we took the fuel out of them, then, you're right. So they wouldn't
I'm
have
just
very
saying they
much.
don't have much. Like, we have reserves. They have
Gotcha.
enough if they need to escape for whatever reason. So that ship will be effectively dead to us.
I think if we, but they're all attached.
They are.
Right?
Yes.
So if we just have everybody with us,
We can take them all on board the Paradise. It may strain our resources.
yeah, but we could also explode and die.
Yeah.
So
These are all very good points you're making, Mohan.
How much fuel would my mech yield, for example? Would it be enough, or would you need multiple mechs?
The fuel from like Kremlin's core and the cores that we put into the mechs is really only good enough to activate the spike drill wherever you want, but it still relies on having fuel.
Okay, we're taking all the fuel from the ships. We're going to take the cores from Kamala and Astrid's mechs.
Okay.
I'll keep mine so we can keep healing as a giant group. Maybe somebody else can pilot it so that I can...
I was going to say, why don't we take it from Rasmus's too?
Yeah. We're going to take the 3 cores. We're going to leave Kremlin alive. I feel like he'll be a little bit more useful. And we're going to take all the fuel from all the ships and try and shoot out of this thing.
Gather it all up in the Paradise.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get on that. I'll get working with the engineers on the other ships.
Now let's fight this flesh mass inside the ship.
So you see that the crew of the Edda is having a decent time controlling the one that is in the ship, but it does like lash out every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that like they are taking damage and they can't take all that much damage before they go down again. They're doing very well just sustaining, but there is this concentrated lump of flesh that you had once contained that is now loose, and it is also sustaining. This is just like an immovable object and an unstoppable force, like just pressing against each other.
Do we have anything that can contain this thing? Do we have like a box?
Or a bucket.
A shoebox.
Yeah.
Thought. Could we put it in that we are seeing like smuggle hole thingy?
Well, it was trapped in the glass just fine. I think
Right.
just the top fell off, right?
The containment glass on Trixie's frame broke somehow during the catastrophic absorption of the paradise.
Yeah. Trixie, are
Yes.
we able to make a big containment box? Can we create one, or do we have one laying around somewhere?
Now that I am not holding us all together by myself, I can probably make a nanocube to contain it.
Do that.
I will do that. It may weaken us in other ways because I've been doing this for a while, but I should be able to.
Weaken us where?
I only have a limited amount of myself remaining.
Right.
And what are you doing? Just, I don't know.
Wouldn't you like to know, bitch?
Oh my God.
No, but Trixie, it might be helpful so that we can help relieve some of the pressure on you for us to figure out where we can make your load lighter.
Yeah, bitch.
Kamala, you are not helping.
She started it.
I will
I'm finishing it.
sacrifice some of myself if we want to jettison this thing. I don't love the idea of keeping it on board.
The flesh mass, you mean?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, we can just
it's
eject
done
a bunch
a
of it.
lot of damage to me already.
Okay. We still need a sample.
We do still need
So-
a sample.
We'll take a little jar, put that in the sample again, and then eject the rest of it.
Some of the tubes on my frame may not be busted, so we can try to capture some.
Yeah.
It has just grown out of control. It is rapidly expanding.
Right. How is it growing? I'm taking photos.
You know what? That's a great question.
We're supposed to be studying this thing. So I guess like now
Well,
is...
we're a little too busy trying not to die to it.
You guys are thinking about getting everybody together now that you have this plan to contain what's in the cargo and jettison most of it and take a small sample of the rest. And you get a call over the comms, and it's Rasmus just being like, hey guys, I think some of it may have gotten in before we put up the shields. I don't entirely know where it is, but there's like, it's kind of like webbing, like on the outside of the hull here. I just, I don't know. We might have more of it on board. I just can't tell.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Would it be able to just get contained in this one room?
I mean, we could sacrifice our big bed.
Oh.
Take a sample of the bed.
A sample of the
A
bed
sample of the bed.
to remember it by.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have
You want us out of here and just quarantine this spot?
Yeah, I think that's right. Kamala, can you quarantine it?
Will do, Captain Rasmus. Just let me know when you are safely outside.
Yep, we could get out in just a jiffy. As soon as you see the doors close, just give it a permanent lock, and then roll a program to see how permanent lock you can do.
14.
Okay, and it works. You have successfully quarantined off your luxury quarters.
Oh, that might be enough of a sample. We can just throw away everything that's in the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh, you know what?
We can break out of this kind of high pressure situation, and you guys can all breathe and be in the cargo bay with everybody. Consider yourselves at full health, and are you going to just eject what's in the bay and keep whatever's kind of in that area, or still take a sample of what's in the bay?
No, we have everything in the room, and that's all quarantined, so it's not going to be able to escape or hurt the ship anymore. And I think that's a big enough sample.
Yeah.
It's a big bunch of webbing. So I think it's better if we just get rid of everything that's
That
in
is
the bay.
uncontained, yeah.
And you jettison out that piece of Trixie's nanites that is containing it, and you make sure that it absolutely gets absorbed back into the flesh mass and not reattached to your ship. And now we can talk about your guys leveling up to 10 as we have time for a breather.
Hold on, I need to take a sip of water. With the power of friendship, I have leveled up. I finally have health.
Yay!
I actually didn't
Mhm.
until we bended the rules a little bit.
Uh-huh.
My health is now at a 41. Very healthy. I was at 30.
I'm at 44.
I'm talking about me right now.
I know. I'm just saying. You're so proud of your healthy.
Yeah. My saving throws are actually incredible right now, with the physical at 6, the evasion at 5, and the mental at 4. So I might not actually die as much to the mental stuff. But
You just
then
have to
again,
roll above a 4.
Yeah, I don't think I have been. So
Well, the psychic stuff doesn't allow you to roll a mental save if you're not also somewhat psychic.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
throw myself into the flesh mass. As far as skills go, I leveled up my pilot to a 2, and I was also able to level up my notice, and I got a 0 in survive. That's because I didn't do something, and I got a couple extra skill points.
Oh, one of the foci that you took gave you an extra bit in lead, but
Right.
you already have 2 leads. So instead of giving you another lead point, it gives you 3 skill points.
Yeah. So with the foci, I took Star Captain. So now we get 2 extra command points at the start of every ship combat.
Nice.
So we'll have, I think, like 5 or 6.
Well, you typically have 5, I think, so you'll be more close to 7.
Yeah. So we're going to like really knock it out of the park when we
Nice.
get to the ship part.
Hell yeah.
I think that's it.
Well, so one thing that we did is the reason why Luis has more health and that we fudged it a little bit is I homebrewed the henchkeeper foci a little bit just because I feel like it didn't have a great way to be utilized in this kind of like end battle, and it's almost everything that Luis has had Mohan focus into. So the henchkeeper now, do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
No, I think you can summarize it. a
Okay,
little bit
I'll
better.
summarize it.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was I made it so that Mohan's HP is equal to the sum of those of him and his henchkept. So his current HP is 205 because that was the sum of his henchkept, which
Wow.
the regular rules for henchkeeper is that you get to have 1 henchman for every 3 levels rounded up. And because we're at level 10, he has 4 henchmen. Those 4 henchmen are Kay, Rasmus, Hyacinth, and Kremlin.
Yeah. My harem
Gremlin.
grows.
Yes.
Um,
So we're no longer going to be treating those 4 as if they're in individual combat. They're all going to act on Mohan's turn or whenever Mohan deems, because what we've homebrewed here, other than the health, is that he gets to command his henchkept equal to his lead score per round. So is your lead still 2?
My lead is a 2, yes.
So during a regular round of combat, Mohan will be able to take his normal turn, and then at any time during the combat, he can say that he wants to use his henchkeeper to have 2 of his 4 henchmen attack during that round. And then when the round ends, he can choose another 2 to use. We've simplified Kay, Rasmus, and Hyacinth and Kremlin down a bit, so they either can basic attack or they can use a special move. And the special move for Kay is Sense the Need, which is his ability to precog get an item that he could reasonably have. So during combat, Mohan could just have Kay get something for him, just precog wise.
The egg.
The egg. Rasmus is the warrior's luck, which is just the warrior foci, but we're letting it apply to anyone, where it's you can force an ally attack to hit or force an enemy attack to miss. So he can do that once per round if he chooses to use Rasmus. Hyacinth can do Rift for Duplication, which I modified a little bit. So she can either teleport herself to something and back in the same round, or she can teleport once with someone else that she carries. So it's a little bit of a combination of the Rift for Duplication and the Burdened Apportation.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kremlin, he can do his basic attack, or he can force movement on an enemy. So he can move them somewhere specific or restrain an enemy. And we'll deal with that as it comes up because it's more of a narrative one.
Yeah, he'll restrain the Terran.
Yeah.
yeah, just the whole thing. Yeah.
You spend the whole last battle just waiting for Kremlin's arms to wrap around a full hex of space travel to grab the Terran.
That's all. That's the rest of the episodes.
All I'm imagining is like Bender in
Yeah.
Futurama's just arms extending infinitely.
Yep. Kremlin is basically a very destroyed Bender. That's accurate.
Tracks.
So that's the redo that we did on Henchkeeper because it just felt like it wasn't working well enough for where we are in our story. But the other 2 were happy with their abilities, so we'll go on to them and with what they have.
You want to go or shall I?
You can go.
Okay. So Astrid had some skill points left over from the last time we leveled up. So using those, I was able to level up my telepathy to 3, which meant that I was able to take the skill, the telepathic assault, which means that I can commit effort for the day and I can target someone who is part of my telepathic contact and basically just do 6d6 psychic damage against a mental save, and they take half if they succeed. They take all of it if they fail.
Ooh.
So I do a brain hurdy now.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. I mean, and then I had 1 point left over, so I upped my exert to a 0 instead of a negative. My saving throws, physical went down to 5, evasion went down to 5, mental went down to 6. Oh, my health is now 44. Woo!
Cool. Did you say your new foci?
Oh, I forgot my new foci. You are correct, sir. So I also took the foci Ironhide, which makes my base AC equal to 15, plus half of my level, which because we're level 10 is 5. So my AC is just 20 across the board. So I am now much hardier and harder to hit, and I'm quite excited about it.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Ho ho.
And now on to Laura.
So Kamala, I leveled up her dexterity up to 18. So now she has a +2 to dexterity. And then I just kind of put my last remaining point to make survive from -1 to 0. I feel like she's done a lot of surviving. Maybe, the 4th time she'll die. It'll be the charm. It'll work.
What was the second time? First time was the vent. Second time was,
Oh,
was
jeez.
Pythia. Third
Pythia.
time was your mech exploding.
4th time was this.
4th time was this, so I guess 5th time is the
Well,
charm.
she didn't actually die with the mech explosion. She was just downed.
She was downed.
I was close.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Womp womp.
Let's see. And then I took the second level of my foci Die Hard. So once a day, whenever my health points hit 0, I automatically survive with, and I gain an extra health point. So I just automatically go to 1 HP.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm hard to kill now.
Yeah. I'm hard to hit. You're hard to kill.
My physical and evasion throwing scores are 5, and then my mental is 6. So not super strong mentally.
Me either.
That'll happen to you when you die a bunch.
Yeah.
She's losing it. And
Got
then
a few screws loose.
for my health, the total is 69.
Nice.
Made my day.
Yes.
And that's it.
We didn't level up any of the important NPCs because last time we leveled up, we moved them all to 9, so they are just going to stay there. But anyways, that was our level up stuff, and now you guys can get right back into the role play. You guys are on the Paradise. Your life support systems are good. Trixie is recovering. Everyone's recovering. You have basically taken the fuel from all of the ships. You have moved it on to the Paradise. So the Paradise is your main hub as you try and figure out what the hell you're going to do.
Question 1, what the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah, are we not going to talk about the things that we saw, the 1,000 years of lives that we all lived for a second?
Hush, my child.
That was really disorienting. I don't know how we are going to get past that because all I can think about right now is the fact that there were psychic powers come from dragons? Wild.
I think that checks out because we're in a giant blob of humanity.
Fair.
They're people. That's it.
That was more of a taste of what I was dealing with when I was in Pythia the whole time.
Yikes.
Wait, you were having visions?
Oh
like
yeah,
that the whole time?
The whole time, just living other people's lives.
Is that because you were linked to the Terran?
Oh yeah.
So are we linked with the Terran?
I mean, at least it maybe was trying to take over us.
I would say not anymore, but I wonder if that's the experience of all of those people who were consumed into the hive mind.
Right, we're having the memories of the people who are in this mass of
That's
flesh.
fucked up. Okay.
I wonder why now. Do you guys remember in that vision forever ago where we saw that dragon egg in the tree thing?
You mean you guys saw the dragon egg in the dragon tree thing.
Oh, yeah, you were awake.
I was awake and panicking.
Yeah, Astrid's the only one who doesn't have to do this mental hellscape thing multiple times in their life.
Yeah, well, Kay didn't have to do it either.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Well, maybe there is another dragon egg, and that's why the Terran is back?
Maybe.
Who's the captain of Zugotha? Where's my thing?
Zugaltha's Wrath.
That's Gobnut.
Gobnut.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know, you also everyone experienced the
Oh yeah,
thing,
that was
right?
awful.
Did we all see the same thing? Were we all part of the A-team?
I'm going to say no. That everyone experienced different parts at different speeds. Like you guys kind of, your group's stuff all kind of rushed through the end, but there were some groups here that were kind of staggered along the timeline of the Terran Empire and like what they actually got to experience for longer amounts of cognitive time.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I know we've already been talking a little bit, but to set the scene, we're going to be in a boardroom with all the captains
Okay.
and us, and like their
Okay.
like first mates and stuff. So like we're all in a big
The important people, not the like workers. that are
because
part-
like we are still
Yeah.
surrounded, so they're like
which is mostly children.
yeah. I'm going to explain to all of the captains what we experienced. The A team kind of going through the whole empire in like kind of little chunks, and also at the very end. Yes, the Terran Empire killed all of the psychic granting ability dragons except for Zugaltha, and Zugaltha is somewhere possibly alive, most likely alive. And it might have laid an egg that we had in a different vision at a different time.
During a different death.
Yeah. Did anyone else get any clues about the dragons or how the Terrans became this giant mass of flesh? Because we just got to, they were finding the dragons. We didn't actually get to when they turned into a meatball.
Yeah, we didn't get to hive mind incorporation.
Right. Did anybody else?
Someone else speaks up and was like, "Oh, I saw the point where they had killed, a different set of dragons. Like they got to spend more time there watching those visions and from a different team's perspective. And there was like they got better and better at killing dragons, so they were more confident and able to take more out and found more places where dragons would congregate. And in one of the captains, or maybe not even a captain, just one of the people ends up mentioning, because they're all just kind of like popcorning things that they saw, all like little bits of what they think is important information, until someone remembers that they did see the egg. At one point, one of their teams was trying to capture it because there were very few dragons left, and they were planning on, basically they were procreating, and they didn't want that to happen because they were worried that something was going to happen because they've never seen a dragon be born. They've only ever really seen old dragons. So they were very concerned about the fact that one of the teams got eyes on an egg. And that team like got totally obliterated, and that was the only other time that someone saw that. Another group was from the perspective of some civilians on Terra-controlled planets, and near the end of the Terran Empire, there was a point where all of the rings malfunctioned, in that anyone who was using them was essentially coming out the other end just garbage, just completely destroyed. And you can kind of put together that you think that whatever that explosion was that happened while chasing Zugaltha fried all of the pre-tech. And like that's directly what the pre-tech is that you can find during the rest of this campaign, was pieces of the ring, pieces of Terran ships, like all that stuff that fried whenever this explosion happened. And all of the rings that were still kind of functional, the further out away they were from where the explosion was, the further away from the sector it was, they were still semi-functional, but they were all being collected into the hive mind that we now call the Terran. So it was almost like the original crews in this like nuclear blast from whatever happened with Zugaltha were transformed into this hive mind creature that was then calling to the rest of the Terrans to join it. And they didn't know.
Okay. Do you remember anything about where you saw the egg or where the dragons congregate? Or is this an entirely different piece of space that we're dealing with that we can't even get to?
Eskel pipes up and is like, no, I think that the section that we were talking, the section that we saw where Zugaltha and the last group of Terrans like had their final stand, I think that was here. Because we saw it from the perspective of Tate's back on Tate's, and we
Right.
saw that again here, and we had different visions from different crews. And it sounds like what everyone's describing is that Zugaltha's last stand was here, and that Zugaltha had the egg.
The egg is Zugaltha's the spine, and the egg is there.
I mean,
Like the spine is Zugaltha's corpse.
I think that's right.
Oh
I
my-
think
That's
that
fucking
sounds-
morbid, but you're
my-
probably right.
Zugaltha's dead, but Zugaltha's trying to send us messages because we were on the spine. We connected with it.
Well, you start hearing murmuring as you're saying that we were on the spine. And they're like, no, we weren't on the spine. We were on Nadrak. The spine was our sun.
Weren't we on the spine?
You were on the planet Nadrak, and the spine was the thing that Nadrak orbited.
Right.
What if Nadrak is the egg?
So we were living on an egg?
Are we dragons?
Wait, are we hatchling?
I think we should go back.
Daddy?
Go back to the beginning.
Go back to the beginning.
Trixie,
Yes.
you lost contact with the AI that was keeping the spine safe.
Yes, I am all alone now, with the exception of my bestie.
You got it, girl.
Do you think that's because we're in the Terran, which is blocking? Is the Terran blocking communication, actually, Kamala?
I'm
Trixie?
going to take a stab and say yes.
I have not been able to communicate with anything outside of our ships.
Okay, so we're
Oh,
definitely just
Trixie.
being blocked by the Terran because it's psychic, so I'm sure it can manipulate something.
I could give you insight that the thing you call the spine was the only thing we were congregated around. There was no planet.
That's where...
It's a fucking egg.
that's,
We were living on an egg. How were we living on an egg?
Nadrak was also where the SPS, the hypostasis, that's where they disappeared. They were trying to find Nadrak, right?
The hypostasis was Waotaka.
Yeah.
He was trying
And
to
they-
find Nadrak.
They
Right.
found
The
Nadrak.
SPS resonance is where Waotaka was saying that all of his friends disappeared, and it looked close to that location.
Right. So it must be moving. How do we get to it? We got to get out of the flesh mass first. But,
Yeah, I think that's job number one is get the fuck out of this thing.
But now we have to get back to either the spine for another vision quest or to Nadrak, which we'll somehow have to find.
We should drop off the specimen first.
Yeah.
No, let's not do that.
Let's not keep that thing on this ship longer than we absolutely have to.
Okay.
And we should check in with Captain Radko because they likely don't know that the flesh is now an entire hexagonal size of space.
Yeah.
It's been a week, so it's probably bigger.
It's probably slowly expanding, yeah.
Yeah. Trixie, are you able to pinpoint where we are in the flesh mass anyway? Or do you have our coordinates? How can we escape?
I have no idea where we are.
God damn robots.
I think we need to get out of being fully encapsulated by the Terran. That seems like the best bet.
Yeah.
Do you think we could just blast a hole with it?
Start
in it with our start blasting.
You know,
With
I'm
our
always down to
guns?
blast.
Do you think we could just start blowing it up with our guns? Maybe just forge our own hole out. Could we supercharge Hyacinth's powers and teleport us out of here?
Whoa. I don't have any powers anymore. I just got my regular psychic powers. I'm not connected to Pythia.
No. I know. I'm wondering if there could be a way because Kremlin has this fancy pants core, right? I'm wondering if there's some way to supercharge your no.
Yeah, can you mainline a bunch of Troika?
No,
Yeah,
not that.
nah.
No. I feel like there could be a way to use Kremlin's core to enhance your
I'm going to be blunt. I'm kind of done with
Teleportation.
tripping on psychic power.
fair.
That makes sense.
That's
That makes
fair.
sense.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Okay, we need to get all of our engineers down into the engine bay, and we need to supercharge our spike drill, and we need to just blast. But the main thing that we need to do is we need to point in a direction because we don't want to get further into the Terran.
Is there any way to see scan the flesh mass around us to see if there's a thinner area than others?
I feel like it's just gonna on the radar. It's just gonna pop up as a big, thick.
It's just
just-
your
Yeah,
radar
okay.
is Kamala can look
There's
at
a
that
shot.
and Kamala pulls it up and just sees that it looks like your entire radar is full.
Gross. I hate that.
I think we need to just pick a direction and go.
All right.
Can I meditate? I'm gonna meditate on it.
For how long?
I don't know.
You have 2 minutes before I'm pressing the go button.
Yeah, I think we should all join hands and think about the spine and see if it points us in a direction.
I'm not touching Trixie.
I will stand between you and Trixie.
We're connected.
Too late, bitch.
We're
You got my particles in you.
Oh, I
Don't
thought,
tell her
As
that.
happy about it as you are.
I thought that was Mohan.
no,
No,
everyone.
it's all of us.
Everyone.
I'm killing myself inside.
No!
You're harder to die.
Yeah, you're a lot harder to kill now.
And you come back to one.
I could kill myself and then come back to life.
And you could just do that every day.
It's not going to get rid of the
Only
AI
once.
in
Oh,
your
okay.
body. You're just going to keep killing yourself for no reason.
I'm an abomination.
Well, then we are all abominations, so.
I feel like we can do it. We're all a little bit touched by the psychic. I think we can, right? Can't we like, let's all join hands, guys. And let's see if we can just get a feel, use the force, and see if we can pinpoint.
Pretty sure that's copyrighted material, but okay.
Can we use the space?
That's
Oh,
not-
that might also. Damn it, no!
I don't think Alden will care.
I don't think the space is copyrighted. I think we're probably okay with that one.
We're going to use the space and see if we can. How do you guys feel about that? I like it's a good idea.
Honestly, at this point, anything's worth a shot. If we have a better sense of which direction we need to go, I'm okay with it.
My spine senses are tingling that we should go that way, and I point in a random direction.
Yeah, everyone close your eyes and point in a direction. Now I'm going to notice if anybody, the most directions. 4, 5, 6,
Are you guys all participating?
7.
I'm just pointing randomly.
You're just pointing.
I feel like we're going to get a feeling.
I'm just pointing. Are we joining hands and like feeling the space, or are we just randomly pointing?
No, we're joining hands and then we're going to point.
Okay.
GM, how do you...
You are doing that.
Yes.
Kamala, are you just pointing randomly?
No,
You're like, no,
we'll,
fuck off.
we'll join hands.
Okay.
Claws.
Yeah.
Because we're all connected. There has to be something.
And also, Astrid's formed a telepathic bond with a good amount of people here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like try and harness that and like my connections with Trixie and her connections with the rest of the hive mind and just see if like I feel a tingle in a certain direction.
Ooh.
Give me a telepathy roll.
8.
Well, you only needed to not fail this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because when you go, you start poking around in everyone's brain as you open up the telepathic communication to like get a feel of where everybody thinks that we should be going. And you distinctly notice that there is no communication with the AI hive mind, but there's an extra person in the link.
I want to single out that person.
It's the same feeling that you got from the hive mind when you felt that there was a slight biometric signature inside of it that you couldn't get to. But now it's so much clearer now that there's no
Hive
other
mind.
AI hive mind to block it.
Okay, I think I kind of have everyone kind of like not tuned out per se, but I think I'm not sure how much of this conversation I can sustain with that particular one while having everyone linked in. So I think I'm gonna kind of let their consciousnesses like kind of fade to the back. So like I'm thinking it probably sounds like a low like murmur kind of sound, but you don't really hear a ton of anything unless you think I can actually key them all into the. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of go like, hello, can you hear me?
What do you want this voice to be? I have in my head what it is. What do you want it to be?
The first time you mentioned that there was a biometric like signature in there, my first thought was, what is her name? My prequel character, because she was a telepath.
Reina Nadia Olaya Sastra.
That was it. I don't know what your plans were, but in my head, that's kind of what I assumed or who I assumed that voice was coming from.
I assumed it was the child of the egg.
So as you start listening for this biometric signature, you realize that it is not a singular voice, but the feelings of a few voices.
Oh. Is it just like the feeling of other entities, or is it like a consciousness that I can like communicate with?
It's almost like this signature doesn't know what it's processing, but it has thoughts of what may feel like a few different people.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to ask if it can show me where it is.
And you get a strong feeling in a direction.
Okay. I'm going to thank it and like express my gratitude and be like, we are going to find you.
And it just kind of gives a pulse.
All right. I open my eyes and go, it's that way, and then point in the
as you
direction.
open your eyes and see that you're pointing, everyone's pointing in the same direction.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, Mohan, good job. That worked.
Yeah, you guys are all bragging on me.
That was, I never ragged on you, but that was creepy as hell. And there is absolutely more than one biological telepathic connection inside the hive mind at the spine.
I'm picturing a big green orc. Nick's turn.
We're world jumping. Oh, God.
Can't believe
But
that
it's-
worked.
That it is that way. And that felt really fucking weird, but I told it we were going to come and find it. So it seemed to acknowledge that fact. I don't know if it was happy or sad, but it acknowledged the fact.
All right, we did it. All right, punch in the coordinates, Kay.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Now we gotta shoot out that way. Also, Kamala, get a distress signal out. Oh, yes. Send
Hold on.
send the distress signal prepared with the general coordinates of where we're going, so that the flotilla can meet us there, so we can give it the flesh mass. Because we're just going straight there. You said we were going to stop at the flotilla,
Oh, yeah, we did.
but
kinda
now we're
say
going
that.
straight to where our psychic direction led us. Do you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but wouldn't a distress signal everyone else?
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
distress signals do. Yep.
So I'm thinking we could just send a
A very targeted message to Radko himself.
yeah.
Well, it might not be a bad thing to send out a distress
Yeah, 'cause
signal
we're-
because the embassy, the flotilla has been gathering the rest of the governments, the factions,
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
to fight this thing.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
so we can tell it, flesh mass is huge now.
This is where it is.
Yeah, this is what happened to us. And so any embassies that were on the fence are now oh,
Shit.
yeah, it's a much bigger problem than everybody thought. Also, we were dead for a week.
Yes, Captain.
Cool.
So are we going to start blasting?
Yes.
Well,
Sorry.
you're initiating a spike drill.
Initiate spike drill.
Yes, Captain.
Sequence X.
And he got a full success, even with the huge detriment I gave him.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Thank goodness we have Kay.
So you have Kay initiate the spike drive, and you head out in the direction, and you see yourselves enter metadimensional space. And when you exit metadimensional space, there's all of these alarms going off because there's just Kay and Waotaka are just yelling back and forth to each other because you're not supposed to be this is what Kremlin's core does, is it helps you use your spike drill when you're still within the area of planets without having to get to the edge of the hex to be able to have no interference.
Right.
And there's just so much interference here. And they're screaming back and forth to each other. Alarms are going out, and they pull out of the spike drill. And outside of the bay window, you see the darkness of space. You would expect yourself to pop up near a star, but there's no star. And as you look around, you start noticing things in space as you're flying around past them. And they're just huge columns of flesh. And you turn on any lights that you can see, and there's just web upon web of flesh in this huge, huge cavern that you've made it deeper inside of the Terran.
Gross.
And
Oh, man.
below you, tangled in this web, is just disintegrating planet, and you see Gyeong Otos, a planet that is covered in a large cubical megastructure, and the megastructure is being destroyed, and underneath it you see this D10 shaped planet with these large columns of water flowing all around it and flowing out into space. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Oh, Jesus.
Frick.
God damn it, we're even further inside the Terran.
Well, so much for the
Fuck.
psychic friggin' mumbo jumbo.
Dang it.
This is fun.
You
We
bitch.
said it at the same
You
time.
bitch.
Let's get out of here. Deeper.
Oh,
Deeper.
fuck.
Deeper.
But you're not fully surrounded. You're not encapsulated in the Terran anymore.
Yeah, now
you
we're
found
just
a
in like
pocket
the
of space.
We're just like in the hollow of its stomach instead of inside of its
as it's
like
destroying
throat.
one of the planets that it's already
Fun.
absorbed.
I
Yeah.
love it. I absolutely love that this is where we are now.
Thank you all for playing.
Mhm.
Are you excited to be back in your characters?
I am. I'm
Yeah.
happy to be back in Astrid.
I missed hacking things.
I wish I was outside of the Terran.
I'm happy to be Astrid. I wish she was not in the Terran anymore.
I'm like, we're going towards something, but is it what we want? Because now we're deeper in the Terran. Did the Terran already absorb
Well, I mean,
what we want?
uh,
Did we feel good about that?
Well, it seems like it's working its way. It's not fully devoured yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we're gonna win. Yeah.
Anyways,
We'll see.
Thank you all for listening. You can find all of our stuff on halfwitpodcast.com. You can find all of our links and everything down in the show notes. Thank you to Wowbit for our opening theme into the portal, and thank you to Kevin MacLeod for our ending theme on the shore. Join our Discord if you haven't already as we wind down. I'm thinking we are going to try, and I'm assuming that we'll be done with the last episode probably in January. We're planning on ending the campaign on episode 40, and I want to do a live listen on the Discord for anybody who joins, like not just our Flotilla friends, just scheduling a live listen on the Discord. All of
Ooh.
us be down here in our basement where you've seen us do our live shows if you are a Flotilla friend, and we'll just start the recording and watch you guys comment as it goes. That should be really fun if a bunch of you join. So join our Discord.
Yeah, that'd be really
Yeah,
cool.
that would be really neat.
More chaos.
More chaos.
Just all the chaos.
The first 10 people to sign up will get a pair of my socks.
I mean, if that's
Okay.
the commitment you want to make, sure.
Yeah, I got a bunch of new socks. I got to throw away my old ones.
Oh, I mean, I have a bunch of socks that have holes in them too, but I wasn't planning on sending them to people.
Well, some people might like it.
And something that I
You
haven't
can
mentioned
request a
before.
particular person's socks.
Yeah. Sure.
Everybody asks for Jonathan's.
One thing that I do on the Discord is if you've joined the Discord and you've also left us a rating and review, I mark you as a star reviewer. I haven't used it yet, but my plan with this has always been to do giveaways for the star reviewers.
Socks.
So socks? No, I have. We have a bunch of stickers. Excuse me. We have a bunch of
all right,
stickers that are the different faces of the crew here, the crew of the Paradise, the children of the Spine, the children who are now adults. So I could send out some of those. I don't know. I'm going to just letting you know. I'm going to use the star reviewers role in Discord to give things away at the end of the campaign. So get in the Discord.
It all seems so obvious now that the spine was the dragon the whole time.
I mean, it's called the fucking spine. What? Hey.
I don't think it was obvious.
Woohoo!
Okay, cool.
I had no fucking idea.
No, I had no fucking idea either. But like looking back, it's like it's called a spine, and it looked like a spine. It makes sense that it was physically a spine.
I think it's because I was thinking the dragons are like, I don't know why I thought they were smaller. And then I'm like,
I
wait a
also
minute.
They are
kind of-
It can be
ginormous.
gigantic. Yeah.
I fully like my brain was also on like dragons of mythology, like track of like knights fighting dragons, not like the size of
So
a solar system type
Actually,
thing.
we'll talk about this more on a live show at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, so join
Yeah.
Flotilla Friends if you want to hear more about my thoughts on why I chose this and their scale and why. So,
yeah, that's a really good.
All right,
yeah.
join the Discord and the Ko-Fi so you can listen
and learn about
to the lore, the dragon lore,
and the lore.
Join the
Sure.
Discord. We'll show you how to use the Ko-Fi if you don't know.
and my feet.
And Luis's feet. He'll show you how to use them.
Goodbye.
Gross.
Lore, dragon lore.
Get us out of
It's
here.
almost time for dragon lore.
Please kill me.
So quickly, I'm going to tell them all what we experienced as the A-team. What do you...
I
Oh,
don't
so
know.
I can't put my mustache.
Well, I was trying to figure out if it was still in the right spot, and that
Lick the microphone.
that was where my brain went,
Like-
was to make sure it was still like by my mouth. I stuck my tongue out. I don't know.
Okay, that was very. I just saw the flesh mask coming out of your mouth. We need to get our engineers all together.
I thought you were doing a dance move. You're like, we need to.
I absolutely thought that too.
It's moving around. I think we finally
That's
learned how to
horrifying.
roleplay a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
we kind of figured it out now that we're 3 episodes from the end.
We've learned.
Yay!